Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. What I was seeing in the pre-shuffle was it looks like there is a focus on a relationship, but I was also seeing that we had Four of Pentacles there. And when we have Four of Pentacles, this can be feeling like we're in a bit of a lock. We can feel unbudging even. I want to see what cards come out and see like how exactly this is going to be coming through. But immediately when I see Lovers and I see Four of Pentacles, it's when we can really be closing in on a relationship, when we can even be like suffocating it a little bit. And it comes from a place of not really trusting the process and what it is that's unfolding. And so just like from a place of impulse or from a place of habit, we can really tighten our grip. But then it can feel like things are not really fluid and the energy is getting stuck within the dynamic. And so it can be something that even just becoming aware of it is progress, when that is something that comes to mind when we're looking at our relationships and how we interact within them. The first card that we have out is Two of Wands. I have been seeing twos a lot lately within the readings, like last 3 days or so. So it can be a point where a lot of us have, maybe it's been actually longer than that. Maybe it's been the last week. If I'm not in the middle of a tarot reading, I never remember what's going on within them. So trying to recall, it just escapes me. Okay, so we have Two of Wands and we have Nine of Cups. You have to ask yourself what you want here and move in that direction. You can be figuring out what's next for you too. Okay, we have King of Pentacles, we have the Empress. Choosing to show up in a way that you want to, doing something that you want to be doing. Even if that's just you showing up the way that you want to within your life, maybe showing up for another person the way you want to, maybe showing up at work in a way that you want to, whatever it is that you're doing. King of Pentacles, the importance of King of Pentacles is that not only are we doing things that kind of like allow us to have the opportunities that we want, but with the King of Pentacles, we're never truly going to feel satisfied with something unless we are feeling like it's something valuable. And each of us can have a different idea about what that is exactly. What will it mean to you, and how do you need to show up, and maybe what even needs to happen in order for you to feel like you're doing something that feels important to you, or doing something that feels significant to you, or doing something even that matters to you, rather than playing roles and feeling this like lifeless energy, like, yeah, I'm just showing up and I'm doing the thing, whatever. It's like, what about having a sense of meaning and even feeling behind what you're doing because you like what you're doing? The Empress is about enjoying things. It's about connecting with things. It's about the stuff that feels like ours. Like, this is my unique thing that matters to me. And King of Pentacles is about playing roles. King of Pentacles with the Empress is about playing roles that we feel attracted to. I'm attracted to playing that role. I like showing up and doing that, and I like what goes on when I'm doing that. And so this is about choosing those things that you feel this way about. With King of Pentacles, this is anywhere where you're showing up and you're doing something. So it can be within a partnership, it can be within your family, it can be among your friends, it can be within your community, it can be within a career, wherever it is that you're showing up and you're doing something. And this can be in multiple places where you're doing that. How do you want to be showing up? What are the ideal roles that you would be playing? And if this is in a specific area of your life, you can be asking yourself in that particular area of your life, how is it going to feel good for you to be showing up? Because you don't want to show up somewhere and be like, anybody could be doing this. This is a type of thing where it requires your individual energy to be showing up for that thing because you offer something unique. And that feels empowering to us. That is the point of having the Empress there. It's like really something that vibes with us and something that holds meaning to us. And again, something that we feel attracted to, and then we feel attractive when we are playing those roles. And especially because it starts with you. It's about you liking something and then liking what it is that you're doing. Rather than doing it for someone else and then the validation is really dependent externally, this is something that gives you that intrinsic validation. Ooh, I'm seeing Death and I'm also seeing Chariot. Some of you, you're deciding you're not going to be doing something here. Or even can be at a spot where things change drastically, maybe in a way that you weren't totally expecting for them to, but in a way that can be wanted now. Some of you, there can for sure be a focus on a relationship. I am seeing King and Queen of Pentacles, and they are right next to each other. And I'm also seeing King of Wands. I feel like you're going to be trying something new or testing the waters. We're ending with the Fool on the bottom of the deck. The Fool is connected with inspired ideas that we have, trying things that we haven't tried before, expanding our horizons, and being in unfounded territory. Death is looking at the Empress. I wonder if this is something where there's going to be a major transition that has to do with Venus related things for you. So this can be what you feel like is connected with pleasure within your life, what is connected with magnetism within your life, things connected with your empowerment. Maybe you feel like there's this piece of you that's evolving now at this point and maybe wants to try some different things or some new things, but it can be outside of what's normal for you, having the Fool on the bottom of the deck. This can be something that potentially you would be exploring if you give yourself permission to do that. You can feel like to allow yourself to be in the driver's seat here is something that you would find you would really like if you would allow yourself to do that. Saying that because I'm seeing Empress and I'm seeing King of Wands. King of Wands is about us taking charge and initiating and us being in control of things and us doing what it is that we want and what we feel passionate about. And having the Empress above that, this is something that can really feed into your personal power. This is something that you can feel like really connects you with your life in a way that you want to feel connected and plugged in. And this can be something even on a personal level that you want for yourself. It can mean a very big shift though and a very big change. When we have Death, it means that we kind of throw some things out the window because we're going to be exploring new territory. So that means that there can be some stuff that you're looking at and saying, I don't know that I really want to consider this anymore. I don't know that I really want to do this anymore. With Two of Wands, this is about us very deliberately and mindfully thinking about where it is that we want to go next, where it is that we want to step next. So it's that moment of us being paused and we're sort of looking at the different ways that we can go, where we can travel, what we can do. We know that we have the energy, but it's a period of figuring out what your choice is. So the energy is there. You need to make the choice. Having the Death card, you can initiate a very big change now. You can initiate a very big closing out even. This is something that's going to transform your life if you will allow that to happen. And this can also mean too that maybe there's a situation that you want to go for here, but you're going to have to surrender to what happens and what may be wiped away so that you can actually do this. And that can be a big thing that we have going on here. Having Nine of Cups and having the Chariot, this is about not letting anything hold you back from what it is that you truly want. So when you check in with yourself, is there anything that needs to be closed out? Death feels really important here. Like there may really be some things that you need to say, enough is enough, or I need to end this needs to be finished up so I can really give myself a shot at what it is that I want with the Nine of Cups there. And I feel more than anything like regardless of how you may be moving out in the world or where other people can see you or within your relationships, the basis of this actually has to do with you, with yourself in your personal life, and what you're feeling drawn to now and what it is that you want to be connecting with, and not being held back by the past. And because we have Death card and because we also have Fool on the bottom of the deck, this may be something very different for you. Yet, because we have the Nine of Cups there, feel like you want this badly, you want this very strongly, and you can be trusting that. And we have Cancer below the Nine of Cups. So this can be you really connecting with your heart and really understanding what it's saying to you and being ready and willing to follow the guidance of that. And we only have water signs out here. We have Scorpio and we have Cancer, and then we have Venus. This is about on an emotional level, on a psychological level, on a spiritual level. What do you want to go in the direction of? What do you feel like is calling your attention? What are you... I feel you being there, and there's something going on within your energy, and it feels like it's reaching for something. And whatever that Nine of Cups is for you, whatever this is that you want, I'm seeing there be this like big focus on that and this reaching that is beginning to happen. So if you will give yourself permission, you can go that way. It seems if you do this, there can be some big stuff that's going to be changing, which can be something that feels very liberating. But that's also the point of the Death card, is that if you want your life to change in amazing ways, if you even want to connect with what it is that you want now on the deepest of levels, you're going to have to surrender to the process. And for some of you too, you're not going to be able to maybe plan exactly the way that you like to. You might just have to go with the flow of this for a little bit. And that can be part of it too. Because with the Two of Wands, we can sometimes say, like, I want to plan, I want to be organized, I want this to feel like a kind of a more familiar and understanding with what's going on, and I can kind of like see ahead up there a little bit. But having Death card can say you're just going to have to see what's going to happen here. If you know what you want, which you do, having that Nine of Cups there and having the Chariot there, you are very well aware of what this is that you want. It's just about giving yourself permission now at this point. I get the sense as well that if this is going to happen, you're the deciding factor, essentially, if this happens or if it doesn't happen. Starting with Two of Wands, ending with King of Wands. If you decide to initiate this, if you decide to do this, then it's going to happen, or you can decide otherwise. I'm seeing you be at a phase right now where you can be like really giving priority to spending your time doing things that you feel happy that you're making those choices to do those things. And that's holding some very deep meaning for you. I wonder too, for some of you as well, you may feel like you've accomplished something now at this point and you are ready for the next thing. And so this can be a natural conclusion to something as well that's going to be happening, which will allow you to transition. When I see Death and I see the Empress, there can be something going on where what you're attracted to can be transforming. This can be something about your values that are shifting. It can be like your love languages that are going through some type of development, some type of evolving. And it can even be your own understanding of what feels good to you. That can be something that's changing as well. It's going to be like an upgrade or an update that happens. You are also going to have to just let things naturally transform into what they want to transform into. It's kind of like you're ready to shed this skin. And so you're going to have to like let it fall off and see what's underneath if you're really going to go for this here. And there's something about exploring and sort of seeing where that takes you. All right. right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.